welcome to the News Hour with Russell Edgington and Tiffany on weather. You've seen him on Veronica Mars, Without a Trace. Yesterday, he revealed that one of the perks of playing Lafayette is that it helps his brother meet women. Please welcome Mel Sondheim. Dexter, CSI, and House, Tony-nominated stage actor. Yesterday he said, in the role of Sam Merlot, he wonders why his employees never show up for work anymore. Please welcome Sam Trammell. You've seen her on Desperate Housewives and Seinfeld. Yesterday, she said her favorite scenes to film are the nude scenes with Eric. Van Stratton. She's a daytime Emmy-nominated actress. She's been on Star Trek, Prison Break, and Battlestar Galactica. She's everyone's favorite Maynard, and by favorite I mean we're glad the Maynard's dead, but it is a shame to lose such a talented actress, Michelle Forbes. If you want to start lining up right over there in between the aisles for questions, we'll be taking those in just a little while. I want to start out, last year Charlaine Harris was here, and she said, I'm sure a lot of you saw her, she said one of the things that she really liked about the series is the fact that Alan Ball is doing it, that she really trusts him. She was a big fan of American Beauty, and that's why she decided to let him do the series. What is it like working with Alan Ball?
Yeah, he's great. I mean, Alan Ball's really cool. He's a great writer, but he also he kind of hires really good people, like good department heads, and he kind of lets everybody do their own thing. He's not really a big micromanager, so he really kind of lets us explore our characters and kind of do our own thing, which is a great freedom to have.
My experience with him is the same. He's a Southern gentleman, and he is an incredibly gracious collaborator, and just a really humane person in this industry that counts for a lot, I would say. So he gives us the freedom to come to this. He's created this playground that we get to go and just play. Well, I don't get to anymore. but it's an extraordinary environment, and that comes from the man at the top. So that is all Alan.
Yeah, it's true. And he's a dog lover.
He is. He has a bunch. They've got a bunch of animals, actually.
Yeah. It's a dog set.
Yeah.
It is a dog set.
Yeah. That's right. I can turn into other things other than a dog,
Yes, I know.
Do you know? Sorry about that.
Michelle, yesterday we all talked about some of the favorite scenes and some of the least favorite scenes, some of the really standout ones. What were some of your favorite scenes to film?
Oh, golly. It's one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. I've been doing this since eternity, it seems. There are so many. One scene that always stands out for me is, because I love the casualness of it, right? I come in from a night of rummaging through the forest and orgies and killing people, what have you, and as one does. And I had a rabbit in my hand, a dead rabbit, and it wasn't a real rabbit, by the way. And I sort of laid it over my lap and just had a casual conversation. It was so much fun to do. It was so wacky and insane, and Michael Ruscio, one of my favorite people, directed it, one of our editors. So that's one of many, and I don't have a scene or a moment on that set that was unfavorable to me. So.
It had to be something though with that big tower of meat.
Oh no!
And the naked sexual people everywhere. That had to be something to film.
Well, there was that one moment. Wait a minute. There was one moment where you had to throw your hands into the mud.
Oh my God! I heard.
And it was a sort of a foible, and your face went bang all the way.
Oh, that's right.
What were you getting?
Yes,
What were you
the
grabbing
face plant moment.
What were you grabbing out of the ground?
Yes, I'd forgotten about that. Thank you. It's a stunt gone wrong. I had to throw my talons into the ground and pull them up again, and they built a box underneath the ground. They filled up earth on top. It was, 5 o'clock in the morning. We're all exhausted. We hadn't really thought it through. And as I put my hands down, I thought, we didn't think this through at all. There was nothing to catch me, and I had these odd things on, so my face went straight into the pilot, and I came up. On my face. So, another glamorous moment on set for me. Yeah, but it was still fun.
But every scene that looks amazing when we watch it, there was a little bit of torture filming it. There was real life torture.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nelson mentioned, the scene with the camera strapped to him this season was hard, but it looks so amazing.
Yeah. The camera was harnessed to us. We were harnessed together, and then we had to tiptoe because we couldn't shake it, so we had to concentrate, so we acted nothing but from the waist up while we're this close, and we had to make it seem like it was easy. So yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, I had to actually, that reminded, because I don't know if you remember the scene where I was in the lake swimming with Daphne. Yeah. Okay, all right. That lake was actually only 3 feet deep. Literally, if I put my knees down, I would come up out of the water. So we had to pull our legs up so that we could tread water. And we're trying not to show our legs because then that would look ridiculous. And so that was a similar thing of it was all about the treading water in that scene. Like, I don't even remember what I said. It was just all about trying not to hit the bottom.
Yeah.
But it was really warm. It felt like a hot tub. It's kind of good.
I think the show has really hit its stride in the 2nd and 3rd season. How much of that is due to you all becoming more comfortable with each other every day on set?
Should we take credit? Should we tell the truth? It's really synchronicity because it's the writers figuring out who we are and what we're doing. It's us the same. It's a comfortableness. We've been working together for 3 years, and you start to find your character more easily. So it's a huge synchronicity and an amazing amount of people that make this whole world work together.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we don't, I rarely get to see you.
Yeah, I saw you first season.
Yeah, once, right?
Right. And then at breakfast today.
At breakfast.
Last week in London, weren't we in London?
I think so, yeah. But we were talking yesterday. I don't know how many of you were here yesterday, but what about your jumpsuit and that? Because I went to Fantasia once, and I couldn't keep my eyes off your sequin jumpsuit.
Right.
It was sort of like an 80s jumpsuit.
Yeah, it was the oddest thing. I didn't understand it at all, but I loved it.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, a lot of us don't get to see each other because our storylines are separate, especially this year, if you've been watching this year. So it's really we get to see each other at the read-throughs of the scripts before we do the episode, and So we haven't had time to get sick of each other.
Right.
You know? So that's a good thing.
I've heard one of the hardest scenes to film for an actor is a sex scene, because you have to make it real and passionate, and yet at the same time it has to just be work. And if it's not just work, then you wind up marrying your coworker, I guess. How do you deal with that, the sex scenes?
The last one I had to do, which was with routine. I don't know how, like, I don't want to spoil. You guys up to date? Yeah. All right, I had to do that one with Rutina. That was done at like 6:30 in the morning. And so I was just barely awake. Someone was handing me a coffee. I was naked. I was like, wait, what's happening? And there was Rutina. We're like, good morning, okay, bang. You know? Really very strange to do it that early in the morning. But yeah, it is awkward. Did you guys have to do any of the show?
No, I just had to go down on Natasha. Yeah, right? It's pretty good. Nothing bad about it. I just had to be off camera, so, you know, I was thinking when I heard this would be coming up, I thought, oh God, you know, I'm gonna have to figure out like what head motion looks like that activity. And
Side to side.
right. But then I just had to pop up into frame, but I had to pop up from, you know, someplace. So I said good morning to Natasha. She spread her legs, and they said, okay, we're ready. And I asked her if she was ready. She was totally ready.
She was ready?
Yeah. Yeah, she was fine. She's a Russian model. They're always ready. I don't know what that means. No idea what that means. So it was fine. And then I walk in on a love scene, right, with Alex and Natasha.
That was a rough love scene.
I know. They really went for it. I walked in about 100 times on that.
Were they ready?
Well, he's Swedish, she's Russian, so yes. Us foreigners are ready.
Nelson, I've heard that you actually watched a fan get a Lafayette tattoo. Is that true?
I did, and the tattoo artist is actually here at Dragon Con.
Really?
He's very good because the detail of Lafayette on this man's leg, about this big, is extraordinary. I don't know why he did it. Because you need to write a letter to my daddy. No, when he turns like 50, you know, poor Lafayette on his leg, it's gonna droop a little.
Was it just your face, or was it your whole body?
No, it was my big ass face.
I thought you were going to say it's your big ass. Someone got a tattoo of your ass.
Like, oh, can't you tell it's Lafayette?
It's getting weirder.
When is he gonna get some?
Yeah,
He's a prostitute, for goodness sake. I'm definitely getting some. I mean, he and Jesus be, you know, getting their thing on. We just don't really see it, thank God. That would be a situation.
How would you prepare for that love scene?
especially Kevin, because Kevin is a chronic smoker, so he's like, he'll run out and smoke, then come back, and then he'll like do some mouthwash and then some gum, and he's like, you ready? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's just a kiss. But it's weird. It's a little weird.
Kissing strangers is weird. Now, is it weirder kissing a guy stranger than a girl stranger, or is it all just kissing a stranger?
Well, kissing a stranger, because I close my eyes and think of heaven. I think of heaven, because I'm supposed to be falling in love with the dude.
Right.
He's supposed to be falling in love with me, so I close my eyes and think of heaven.
Yeah?
That's sweet, isn't it?
Michelle, the role of Mary Ann was such a unique role. How did you develop that character?
No idea. Through lots of help. I mean, as we said before, there's so many people behind the scenes. Audrey Fisher, our costume designer. It's, you know, it started there in that fitting room, the building of this character, and hair and makeup, and just talking to the writers, and I remember I did something one day in the dirt. It was Greg Feinberg, our executive producer, who saw me just doing something on my own, as one does, digging through the dirt. And he incorporated that. We actually came back and shot a scene, and it was about the earth, and it was very primal, and just lots of imagination, and just being around these wonderfully creative people. And I would say on that set, it's like watching a pinball machine of creativity. You just see it bouncing off of everyone. So yeah, it was just through a lot of help and a lot of really fun, great, insane writing.
How long were you playing Mary Ann before you found out she was a Maenad and found out what that meant?
I was told early on, and I still don't really know what a Maenad is. But I'm joking. But I was told early on. It was the first conversation Alan and I had.
All right, I think we're going to take some audience questions.